Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome in, OTB, on this Tuesday morning. Jake Flynn, who's about to plug in his microphone, Jordan and Tay-Tay, all here with you, live from the Raising Cane studio. Not yet?
We're working through it.
I don't know. Some jerk forgot Matt's mic this morning.
Oh, the cough button that's held together with bubble gum is what you're having to plug in there. There's a screw in there. It's just hanging loose.
You know, I was thinking yesterday when I plugged in for Helmer's, like plugged in his mic, like that one plugs in straight to the desk. Why don't all of them just do that?
Because they don't have cough buttons.
Well, we don't either, barely.
Yeah, we have a...
Well, it used to plug straight to the desk, and there used to be this button right here.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Well, the first, 2 weeks I got here, those worked.
Check this out. Watch this. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Look, there's a screw. That's good. We've been asking for that to get fixed for a while.
Sorry about the microphone, guys.
You're fine.
Me and Matt were sitting here conversing about the baseball game for about 10 minutes. And
Yeah.
neither of us said anything.
I mean, we really solved all the problems, too, in that conversation.
Nah, that's real. That's what real stitch heads do.
That's exactly right. Thank you, Jordan.
Come on, man.
Please tell us everything.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. I mean,
You know, it wasn't great.
Yep.
Hey, hold on. Before we get, let's not talk about sports. Let's talk about this. Get your ears lowered, bud.
I did.
Look very just handsome this
No,
morning.
thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Yeah, the hair growth wasn't a thing of on purpose.
Okay. You weren't trying to go for a new look. It wasn't like a
Not
midlife
really.
crisis or anything.
No.
Have you hit any of that? Any midlives?
I mean, probably.
Probably something. I don't know how you define it.
Maybe trading cards is our
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, our midlife crisis. We'll find our way to sports cards. No, it was more like it didn't have time at the beginning, and then it was just like, out of the hell with it. Let's just keep growing.
Yep. Alondra's talking that ish about it, so I'm
She
just going to
was.
keep going.
I got to tell you,
That's part of it. I mean, it was part of it. Oh, okay.
he didn't have long hair often. Grow a nice head of lettuce, Jake.
Oh, thank you.
Huh?
And we don't see your hair very often. Just kind of like mine. I wear a
I was about to
hat
say-
like every
I
day.
was about to
But
say,
the lettuce
what?
coming
Oh,
out
dude,
of
it
the
looked
hat.
great. Jake lost 5 pounds during that haircut. I mean, that was a lot of hair.
It really was.
Mhm.
So thank you for noticing, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Appreciate that. What a great partner.
Of course, man. Of course. We're in the foxhole here.
Yeah. It really, yesterday it came to a head whenever,
Hey-oh.
thank you,
Oh,
whenever
oh.
Katie called me and I was taking the boys some lunch to school, but I had like an hour, so I was going to go pick them up Chick-fil-A, take it over to U-High. And it's like, you got anything to do? I was like, no, not really. She goes, why don't you get a haircut? I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, sure. Yeah, why not?
So that's not very subtle. Let's go get a haircut. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the thing is, I booked you a haircut.
I'll go get one. Sure.
It's kind of funny when you do something on your look that's like a little bit different.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, this is going to be a good idea. Like, saw someone on TV with it. They look great. I'm going to look basically probably better. And then you're just doing it for a while. Then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you absolutely can't stand it.
Yeah.
Can't cut it fast enough. It happens. It's going to happen with my mustache at some point. I'm going to wake up and be like, ugh, gross. I did it. I grew long hair at one point. And I was shaving my head for like years, just like I do now. I shave my own head. And all of a sudden I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm starting to get a little thinner back there.
Yeah.
Let's just grow the hair out one time in my life because I've never had hair.
Yeah.
So this was
Like 2013.
I think I potentially started in Oakland, maybe. I can't remember when, but I had it going into the 2015 season. That's when I got it long enough, man bun, not a big deal. But then we had our first child in September, and like later in September, I assume it was later, a couple weeks after Huck was born, we had our newborn pictures, newborn photos. So like, it takes a while to get those, edited or whatever it is. Once I saw them, I saw the hair. That afternoon, it was gone.
You saw it like a professional.
I saw a professional photo of our first child's newborn photos, and I was like, nope, this isn't it. Yeah. I've been trying for a while. I thought I'd look sweet. It didn't look sweet. It looked terrible. Yeah. I was sitting in the barber's chair that day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Like it happens.
Yep. Hey, I'm calling. I can't book an appointment for next week. I got to see you today.
Yeah.
Got to be in that chair. So.
I wasn't to that point.
No, but it was going to get there.
It was going to get there. I don't know what the end goal was there. So, Jordan, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. It's another day, but I had a question for y'all because you guys have been known to be mustache guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Always wanted to commit to a mustache, but how could, obviously you guys got the beards growing back.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard when you can grow a beard and not fully commit to the mustache. So how can y'all commit to just a stash? Always wanted to just hop out. And my dad sometimes just a stash. I don't feel like I'm just a stash guy.
Well, you don't know until you try there, Bo.
I know.
Yeah, you got to do it. I mean, there's one life. You got to live it.
You only got one life, and it's not like it doesn't grow back.
Yeah, it grows back. That's the thing. It's not a permanent situation.
Right.
Not a permanent. It's not like cutting off a finger. You're just
True.
cutting off your beard.
Right.
And look, you might look like a creep.
Yeah, you're gonna look sick.
That first day, it's not gonna look good.
Yeah, the wind hitting your face again.
But that second day, might start getting used to it.
And
Might
then
look
it's
good.
like, I'm a little afraid of the regrowth when it gets itchy. Like when your beard first starts coming in that itchy. Yeah, I hate that. Hate that feeling.
I think if you grow it back immediately, like your skin's still tough. Like, it's every time I grow a beard, then I shave it. My skin's a little tough. It's a little hardened.
It is.
A little weathered. And it gets baby soft again. Then you got to go through that itchy face. Hey, this is part of life.
That itchy face is like, oh my goodness. Why? It's like I'm never shaving again. Every time. Every time. But yeah, I'm doing all right, man. It's another day. Blessed. Can't complain. Walking, starting getting physically active. Yeah.
Okay.
Last 2 weeks. Yeah. 2 weeks stacking.
Okay.
Stacking. Get my steps in. Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah. I'm trying to get between 8 to 10 a day. So
8 to 10 steps?
yeah, steps.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah, man. I don't know how many miles that is, but yeah.
From your desk to here?
Oh, no. I don't even walk it. That's the problem. You just sit in the chair all day. So no. I get home. We gotta. No.
Don't finish.
No, yeah, I'm about to say nah. Let's. Yeah. But I get home and where I stay at, there's a accessible walking place, so I just walk on that. Yeah.
Accessible walking place. Like a hall? Like a hallway?
A sidewalk?
Okay, so
a path?
I stay on a golf course, so like
anything?
Can't have money.
No,
I was gonna say,
producers here.
This is why I was like, accessible walk place is an accessible walk place.
Guys,
Hey,
how much
he
are the
doesn't want to be
dues?
treated.
Oh, man.
He
I
doesn't want
wonder
to
if
be
we can
treated
get
any
what the
differently.
producers get.
No,
Jordan
please.
goes, that's why I said accessible walking path. He doesn't want to be treated any differently, okay? But
Bruh.
Jordan lives on the 18th green of a golf course.
No,
Not
all
a
right,
huge deal.
no,
Wow.
Jordan's parents live there. Jordan lives with his parents, so no, Jordan doesn't technically live
Jordan's parents have a real
there. Yeah,
good marriage.
they live there. Okay, well, yeah, they live there. I mean, look, y'all see the economy. You see what's going on around here. I see what's going on around here. But yeah, I go out there, wait for the golfers to go home because like, dude, it's 5, 6 o'clock. Go home. What are you doing? Like, come on, man. There's always that one. There's always the one guy
swinging pretty good.
Oh no, you can't just be out there, strolling.
Yeah, just
You know,
strolling.
we trying to work. We trying to get a little something now.
Yeah, you ain't out there to bake cookies.
I ain't going all the way out there with the little 5-pound weights and the weighted vest and all that. But no, you're not going. Yeah,
Do you wear the ankle weights?
I'll be lying to you if I didn't Google a weighted vest. I'm like, man, let me get a 5-pound weighted vest. I'm trying to go hard, man. But I didn't do it though. I didn't do it. But I definitely was like, I'm trying to go balls to the wall, man. Let me go for real.
A little ruck walk.
Yeah, but Hey, I feel better. The last 2 weeks, I can't say I definitely feel better. So,
How'd you feel about being next time you go for a walk at the country club? How'd you feel about being? How'd you feel about being mustache, Jordan?
Mustache Jordan. Summertime.
I gotta tell you,
Summertime.
Well, I mean,
Summer. It's like we're close.
March 3rd.
We are very close. We are extremely close. You know, every time you wake up, it's a little brisk in the morning. I can't be when I wake up like it needs to be just hot. So it's like I need a reason to shave the beard. I'm hot. You know, it's still a little nippy.
we're talking about this. Was it yesterday? No, or last week? Maybe Jordan can get me on Augusta.
Yeah, that was last week. That was last week. I mean, he lives on a golf course. So he's practically Augusta National.
Listen, if anybody can get you there, it'd be Hunt. You talking to the wrong guy. I'm not even the golf guy. Not the golf guy.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
we'll blame Hunt for something else a little bit later on.
okay.
We got something to blame Hunt about. Tay, outside of forgetting to put a microphone in front of Flynn, one that it looks like it's breaking as well. How are you doing?
Great.
Good. I mean, I got here, thought I had everything done. Funny how it works out sometimes that you don't, but look, we're rocking and rolling. I know it's Tuesday, but it's all right. We got a long week ahead of us. We'll make it.
It is a long week, though.
It's going to be a great week, though.
God willing, and the creek don't rise.
Mm-hmm. It's another week that the Lord has blessed us with.
True.
Feet on the ground this morning.
Right.
Don't forget to thank Him.
It's people that can't walk.
Certainly can't walk on a golf course. All right, we will take a break, and when we come back, we'll get this show started with some LSU baseball, and we'll do it right here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to getgordon.com, the website for Gordon McKernan injury attorneys. When you get to the website, you can see what they can do for you, cases they've handled in the courtroom, past client results. All that information is going to be right there on the homepage, as well as a chat box with a live agent if you have a question that needs to get answered. And we always tell you, if you want to speak to someone there, it's very easy as well by phone. You pick up the phone, you put your area code, followed by 888-8888. They're going to get it done. At Get Gordon on all major social media as well. GetGordon.com.
Because if you get Gordon, you get it done.
Exactly.
Gordon McKerney, injury attorney.
Yep.
Right here, all over Louisiana. Doesn't matter where you are in Louisiana. If you've been injured, just remember that it's not your fault. You don't have to figure out exactly what you do. All you got to do is remember to call 888-8888, no matter what that area code is, or go check them out. Let them fight for you. Let them get exactly what you deserve. GetGordon.com.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I repeat, will the real Slim Shady
Tigers
please
turn
stand up?
talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Y'all act like you never seen a white person before. Jaws all on the floor like Pam, like Tommy just burst in the door and started whooping her worse than before. They first were divorced, sewing her over furniture. It's the return of the. Oh wait, no wait, you're kidding. He didn't just say what I think he did.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. All right. Let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, go to GoFlowIV.com. GoFlowIV.com. GEAUX FlowIV.com. 225-953-8150. You'll see them off Jefferson Highway in Baton Rouge as well. If you're not exactly sure what you want to, get done, which IV you want, you can call them. You can have that conversation with them. You can go to the website. They got great information on everything they can do for you. Right now, with the weather like it is, hot, cold, hot, and it's different every single day, right? You might be feeling under the weather. Maybe you traveled like I did over the last couple of weeks, and so, not feeling maybe yourself, and you want to get back, get a little boost, get a little energy. Go see them at GoFlowIV.com.
Yeah, go check them out. Go to their website, GoFlowIV.com. Like Jake said, if you're not real sure what you need, you can go there. Check out their services. They're like basic packages. They're basic IVs. They got the Rehydrate for general health and wellness. They got vitamin B12, vitamin C, vitamin B complex for overall health. If you're nauseated, they got the little Zofran in there. Not a big deal. Got some pain, got some inflammation. How about some Toradol? You know what I mean? NFL little T-shot.
Yeah.
boy, that make you feel good immediately.
No, exactly.
Got some heartburn, stomach ache, throw a little Pepsid in there. They got all sorts of stuff over there. If you're feeling bad, go over there, get feeling better immediately, especially headed into this spring season. We got that pollen in the air. We're going to have some allergies. Just get feeling better. Get a little boost. GoFlowIV.com.
All right, so to get the show started, we're going to talk about the LSU baseball team that went down to Northeastern yesterday, 13-10. And at one point, it was 10-0 Northeastern. This is a 2-6 baseball team coming into the game, and they jump on you, and it was 10-0 after the top of the third. Heading into the bottom of the third inning, it's 10-0. And the pitching that you showed this weekend certainly was not there on this weekday. Now, you ended up coming up with some offense, certainly late in the game. You scored 3 in the ninth, but it was not a great showing, to say the least, by the LSU pitching staff. And so now you've got a couple of losses, one to McNeese, a week ago, 10 days, and then you lose this game to Northeastern. And look, it's LSU baseball, so no matter who you lose to, people are going to start to panic. But for this game, Matthew, it was the pitching staff, right? We talked about the hitting not being there over the weekend. This time, you flipped it. It was the pitching staff. Zach Cowan, who's somebody that you have trusted for a long time, he comes in. He goes 1 2/3, gives up 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned, did strike out 4, but he wasn't able to kind of shut the door after they scored 4 runs to kind of give you an opportunity, give you a chance to try to play catch up. It was just a lot of bad for the LSU Tigers.
Yeah, it was not good, especially early on in the lineup. The cold streak continues, certainly for our the hitters in the lineup, and the pitchers not good. Certainly, if you get jumped up on Northeastern and they're up 10-0 on you, nothing has gone your way. Nothing's gone real well. And it was a weekend of the bats being cold, but for the most part, good pitching. The pitching got a little bit better as we got into the game yesterday. I guess if you want to find some silver lining, is you did get 17 batters at bats yesterday. So you did get a decent amount of experience, and towards the end of the game, they made a little bit of push. Scored some runs, made it at least a little bit competitive towards the end. I was in and out watching the game yesterday. We had baseball practice. We had all the things. We had the homeworks and all that good stuff. So I was in and out watching it. Hey, one guy I did notice popped out on the screen. Connor Binge. Only faced one batter. But my guy, that was a good batter. Guy was throwing gas. 96 mile an hour. Dropped it to an 85 mile an hour breaking ball. Struck him out on a 96 mile an hour fastball. Blew it by him.
I mean, you did point him out at the beginning of the show. You're like, hey, who's that? And
like,
he was
who's
on the
that?
team a year ago. I think he needs a little bit more run on the weekend. He's been almost exclusively a midweek pitcher this year. But, yeah, the guy's got some talent.
I think he's going to be a star based off that one at bat I saw.
He's the best pitcher you've seen this year?
One of the best. I've been watching some baseball now.
Well, you got to get some of these issues ironed out, and you're still, 11-2 baseball team. We don't forget what you've done, against Notre Dame and Central Florida. When you go back to Indiana, when you go back to the tournament, you played down there in Florida. But some of the things that did not show up at all early in the season, they show up in a midweek game against McNeese, and then over the weekend, you win the games. Right? You win Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but it was not in dominant fashion like I think a lot of people thought it would be, and then you lose this game. So that leaves you with a road game on Wednesday against Louisiana Lafayette. You've got a weekend series in the box against Sacramento State. Then you've got a midweek game against Creighton before it starts.
Mm-hmm.
Then you travel to Nashville, Tennessee, Charles Hawkins Field, and you play Vanderbilt. So whatever things that have kind of, I don't want to say fallen apart here, but whatever started to get a little creaky, you got to get those things fixed out right now because you don't have a lot of time. And, you got to go on the road to Vanderbilt, and then you've got Oklahoma coming to the box as far as SEC play. So, Tate, I know you probably got some thoughts on the 13-10. I don't know if you worked the game last night or not.
No, but I watched it in its entirety. And, people are going to point out, they scored 10 runs. They got 10 hits. 6 of the hits were from pinch hitters. guys that didn't start the game. So
Yeah.
6 out of the 10.
All came in the
Your
back half.
Your
of the
everyday,
game.
yeah, like Eddie Yaman, who had a big 2-run shot at the end of the game. He was 2 for 3. He was really good. Daniel Harden went in, got a hit. Patrick got a hit. But, like, these guys aren't in Jack Ruckert. These guys aren't in your everyday lineup. Like, Seth Dardar, 0 for 2. Zach York, 0 for 2. John Pearson, who got the start at first, he struggled at first base. I think we saw how valuable Zach York's defense is last night. They started Zach York at DH, gave Pearson a shot. It didn't go well, but, you know, I sent you guys a text last night. First 2 weeks of the season, after the second weekend, I had to host for you guys, and my thoughts were, look, I understand it didn't go well for Zach Cowan, but he, of all people, I trust to get this corrected. I don't know if that's the case anymore. I mean, we're in week 4 of the season, and really after that A&M game a year ago, he struggled through the back half, and it has carried over. I mean, he goes an inning and 2/3, 5 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, did strike out 4. I mean, that's not going to get it done. He has been touched up every time he's been out there. Like, I mean, yeah, he struck out some guys, but, I mean, they are just crushing the ball off of Zach Cowan right now, and I don't really know how that gets better. Because you put him in midweek instead of the weekend to try to work through that. He hasn't even been able to work through it in the midweek right now. I mean, he's going through it.
Yeah, and that's somebody, whenever he decides to come back to LSU, everybody's excited because he's had big moments. And you're right, after the A&M, it did fall down quite a bit, but, you know, in the postseason, he did have big moments again, right? So he raises play back up, and you're going to need guys like that. Like, there's going to be a moment where you need him, and he's done it his entire career, not just at LSU, but everywhere he's been. And that's somebody that you got to be able to count on. That's why he went in that situation, because you give up 4 runs in the first. Like, all right, hey, let's stop the bleeding here. Let's put Zach Cowan in, and then he can't stop it. And then all of a sudden you look up, you've given up 8 runs.
Yeah, at some point, let's just stay on Zach Cowan here for a second. And look, on the first of it, hand of the year, I hadn't watched all his outings, right? I hadn't seen it. But when a pitcher that shows promise, then has shown potential in big moments and shown that he can do it, but then he's got all these different moments that stack up on top of each other, not living up to expectations. From a pitcher standpoint, a lot of it is a confidence situation. If a pitcher relies on movement, and so when you're moving the ball, you got to snap your wrist, you got to snap the ball off your hand, and it takes confidence to do that. And if you're not throwing with your complete confidence, you don't get the movement, and you're just throwing straight lasers. I mean, straight balls get hit.
Yeah, his changeup is hanging in the zone way too long. Yeah.
But even your 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball, like, it doesn't have the movement that it usually would have on it if you're not throwing with confidence, and that's something that needs to be worked out. Like, it's March 3rd right now. Certainly a confidence situation happened in the batter's box for LSU with their starting lineup. But we've seen it. I don't know. I mean, it's nothing to be certainly worried about. You don't want to see your team go out there and struggle on the mound and struggle in the batter's box. At least for the rest of the weekend, our pitchers were pitching their tails off when we were not hitting well. I think we were hitting what they say last night, like 150 on the weekend leading up into the game last night, and it's not any better.
Yeah.
They'll get it turned around, guys. It's just confidence.
Again, you've got very few opportunities before you start SEC play, and if anybody's going to do it, it's certainly going to be Jay Johnson. But you got to go on the road again on Wednesday. You got a game against Louisiana Lafayette, and you've got the weekend series against Sacramento State, the game against Creighton, and then it is on. It is Vanderbilt and Oklahoma, your first 2 series. It's on the road against Vanderbilt. It's at home against Oklahoma, and we are very close to having SEC baseball take place. All right, we will step away. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to pelicanroof.com. Once you go to the website, always remember, you can check out all these 5-star reviews. You can check out all the different things that they've got going on right there on the homepage at pelicanroof.com. In Baton Rouge, in Lafayette, they have got you covered. And we always say it, all right, boots on the ground in both locations. So when you go there, kind of check out all the things that they've got going on right now, and go ahead and book that consultation. Roof replacement, roof repair, they've got you covered. Pelicanroof.com.
Yeah, whatever it is. If you have to if you're building a new house and you need a new roof, if you're replacing a roof after a bad storm, if it's just a little roof repair, well, Pelican Roof is the best and most trusted roofing company in Louisiana. Offices in Lafayette, offices in Baton Rouge, and tons of 5-star reviews on the cruelest place on earth, which is the internet. They love Pelican Roofs. So go check them out. You can also check out their financing options right there, pelicanroof.com.
I don't know what you heard about me. But if you can't get a dollar out of me, no Cadillac, no perms you can't see. Then I'm a
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
dollar out of me. No Cadillac, no perms you can't see. Then I'm a Now shorty, she in the club, she dancing for dollars. She got
All right, welcome back here, Off the Bench on a Tuesday. Before we get started here on the segment, let's tell you about our friends over at Rouse's. Rouse's.com. Yeah, why are you sending me to a website, Matt? It's a grocery store. Well, yeah, because when you go to their website, Rouse's.com, you can click and enter in your zip code, and it'll show you the nearest Rouse's location and also all the specials that they're running. So they got special on crawfish, they got special with the butcher, then the produce, wherever it is. They got specials always happening. So find out where you can save locally. Go to Rouse's.com or just visit their Rouse's Markets anywhere near you, all over the Gulf South, Lake Charles, all the way to Gulf Shores. Every single place. Go check it out. Rouse's Markets. What's up, Jake? Got some coffee? Got a little delivery?
You get some coffee, Bob.
Hey, did you see the Saints just keep getting wins? Mickey Loomis crushing it. Marshawn Lattimore got released yesterday.
He did. They saved $18.5 million by doing so.
Mm-hmm.
The Commanders did. And you got him for 3 draft picks. You sent him and another draft choice to the Commanders, and he got hurt. Had a hamstring issue. Didn't really play a whole lot there. So, yeah. That's
Mickey just stacking the victories.
Yeah.
Stacking the wins right now.
Breaks my heart. But, you know, I said on Hunt's show, I got to give credit where it's due. Mickey might be in his prime again. And it breaks, like, if y'all know, breaks my heart to even say that, to admit that. But got to call it what it is. I'm not going to say this could be like you look back at it as like the Herschel Walker trade, but this could be a franchise-altering trade if Jonas Sanker, Quincy Riley keep it up, and then, you know, Devin Neal, we'll see what happens, especially if you take a running back first round. But, you know, Devin Neal, he had good moments. If he didn't get hurt, he had good moments. But Jonas Sanker and Quincy Riley looking like to be 2 starters for you next year. And you got that for, you know, I get it. Lattimore. I don't necessarily blame the Commanders. I get it, but you don't have to go all in. They needed a cornerback at the time. Even though if you check the track record, Lattimore was every year he was getting more hurt and missing less games. But hate to say it, man, but Mickey might be in his prime again. Sucks, but I love it a little bit.
How great would it be if Saints brought back Marshawn Lattimore on the veteran minimum and he like balled out again?
I would love
You got
that.
all those draft picks and you still got Marshawn Lattimore.
I would love that. That would be like the perfect world. I would just be like,
Oh,
man,
that's Sonny Weaver Jr. on draft day type of steal.
Bring back the Lattimore Mike Evans fights.
is he even gonna be in Tampa next year? You know,
He's a free
Evans?
agent. So, well, what the Commanders did when they got Lattimore was what the Dolphins did when they got Tyreek Hill, when they got Bradley Chubb. You go for everything because you feel like your window's open. So you make trades, you give up assets, and you spend a lot of money, right? So you give up assets for Tyreek Hill, Bradley Chubb, and then you give them extensions, and you're
Tyreek
going
Hill.
for everything. You are swinging for the fences. Well, now for the Miami Dolphins, like they're in a spot where they don't have money to spend.
Nope.
They don't have veteran players. They got a new coaching staff. They don't have a quarterback. Like Washington tried to do that because Jaden Daniels made it to the NFC Championship game, and they're like, hey, I think we're close. We just need to add some veteran pieces, some guys that are over 30 on 1-year deals and see if we can get it done. And then you make a move like Marshawn Lattimore as well.
Yeah, Debo.
That's Debo this year. It's like, hey, we think we're close. Let's go make these moves, right? You sign back Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, Bobby.
And then when it doesn't work, you got to find a way to get some cap space. You got to make some moves. And so, like, that's a cap casualty. That's what we always call them, right?
One of the hardest positions to play in football is cornerback. One of the most physically difficult, hardest positions to go out and be successful at. But it continues to be some of the most overreacted and overpaid and overmoved positions. Look at what the Colts did this year. When they got off to that hot start, Daniel Jones was like an MVP. They give up 2 first-rounders for Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Who ends up getting hurt, and then, of
Never
course,
plays.
they didn't even make the playoffs. Like, a complete disaster.
Yeah.
And, like, in a situation where that owner was doing all the right things.
She co-signed the move.
She co-signed the
Yeah.
move. She was the talk. Like, everybody was talking about her, how involved she was, and like, arrow pointed up for her, for the Colts, and everything was going great, rightfully so. They decided to go all in, but like, cornerback seems to be this place where people feel is going to make a huge impact on the overall outcome of your team,
Yeah.
and it never really does. One cornerback's not going to get it.
Yeah.
I'd rather have 3 decent ones than 1 stud one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, it just seemed like all year we were all waiting for the Colts to come back down to earth, and maybe it was because we were bitten by Daniel Jones in New York. People didn't want to trust him, but I kind of felt that way last year about the Commanders. I kind of thought their season was a little bit of fool's gold. I mean, I remember we did the little bold predictions or whatever, and mine was they're not going to make the playoffs. Not because of Jaden. Jaden was great. They faced 8 backup quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels' his rookie year in the regular season. Like, yes, credit to them. They made it to the playoffs. They made the run, got to the NFC Championship game, but that made them think we are 1 or 2 pieces away. The team was never 1 or 2 pieces away. Jaden Daniels carried them to that playoffs and then went on a historic run.
Mm-hmm.
That team had a lot of work to do. And look, the Saints and Mickey Loomis took advantage of a desperate team, and now you see what happens.
A historic season from a quarterback will make anybody think you're
Right.
1 or
Yeah.
2 players
Right, and they just weren't. I mean, I think I brought it up. Who was it? Trey Lance had started 1 career game. It was against the Commanders when he was with the Cowboys last season. I mean, that's
And now I don't want to diminish what a star corner can do, but like if I'm a GM or an organization and I somehow draft into or acquire a star cornerback, I am looking. He is always on the market. He is always for sale because people have keep proven that they are going to overpay in assets for a stud cornerback. I want really good ones. I don't know if I want a star one because of what they demand. I mean, look at Jalen Ramsey's career. How much has he made, and like where has he ever made an impact on the overall team?
Well, I mean, the Rams needed him. They needed Jalen Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
They needed him. I think it's a two-way.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the
I forgot about the Rams.
But the Rams also had to add other stuff.
right.
around
Like, he
it.
was not
but-
their final piece.
Yeah.
But he was a move that helped
was
that
good.
propelled
corner
him
is like
over the
a
hump.
star corner is like almost like a quarterback. Like if you can get him on a rookie, like look at the
Seattle.
Legion of
I
Doom.
might say Seattle.
The Legion, the Legion
Dark
of Doom.
side.
Yeah,
The dark
like when
side.
they were there,
Oh, you're talking about them.
and they had
You were there. Can you get the name right?
yeah.
Well, Sherman, what to
I
your
thought he was
point,
talking about
like,
the new guys.
They were all on like rookie
yeah,
contracts.
because
for
to
a
your
while.
point, like Sherman wasn't a rookie, but he didn't have that big money deal yet. Earl Thomas didn't have that big money deal yet. Your 4th guy was Byron Maxwell, who like nobody knew.
It was Brandon Browner at the time.
Yeah. And
we
look
don't
what
speak
happened.
about that
And
name
look
this
what
time.
He was
happened.
actually good in that system.
What did the Saints do though? They went and got him. They
Overpaid him.
overpaid for him.
Yeah.
And again, the next year they slot in Byron Maxwell. They were back to the Super Bowl. Didn't matter.
This is a defensive heavy draft. Like every coach and GM I talked to in Indy was like defense, defense, defense. And when you look at some of the teams that were bad on defense last year, let's look at the teams that go from 32, 31, 30, and 29 in yards given up. The Washington Commanders, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Dallas Cowboys, Chicago Bears. What do those teams all have that usually is very hard to find?
Quarterback.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
They've got that part, which is the hardest
Figured out,
part,
yeah.
figured out. They just don't have the defense. And we're talking about the very bottom, the last 4 teams in yards given up: Bears, Cowboys, Bengals, Commanders. They've got to hit on this draft.
Yeah.
This draft has depth to it. It's got edge rushers. It's got stack backers. It's got safeties.
Got safeties.
It's got everything that you need and want.
Rovers.
And it's got some real depth to it. Like those teams, they have to hit on defense. They can't miss because they got the hardest part figured out. Now you've got to go put together a defense. And I don't really have faith that Cincinnati's going to do it.
Oh, they're cheap.
But
They don't. Yeah, they don't.
I had a 25 minute on air, 5 minute off the air conversation with Stephen Jones, who's obviously a decision maker for the Cowboys, and he said defense 7 or 8 times. Like he said, hey, we just tagged George Pickens. We got CeeDee Lamb. We got Dak Prescott. We got Javonte Williams back.
Yeah.
We're good. So we're not even looking. He's like, we're looking all at defense in this draft.
Well, they got a couple of first rounders.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like, the goal for them is to find another Micah Parsons.
Michael Parsons trade. Yeah.
Well,
They got 12
though,
and 20. I'd rather pick 12 and 20 than move up and pick 7.
Yeah.
Yep. And to Jake's point, 2 years ago, the Cowboys were second to last in rush defense and last in rush offense. Like a lot of teams, it came out like, oh, Dallas reset the running back market because they gave Javonte Williams 3 years, $24 million on like Thursday. And that kind of reset the free agent market, but they had to do that. Now you're one extra piece away. Like, you got your running game figured out. Go shore up the D-line, and you're actually okay.
Is Quinnen Williams still on the Cowboys next year?
Yeah.
Quinnen Williams.
So they got, and the other guy they traded for?
Kenny Clark.
Oh, what the? All they need is a pass rusher. They straight. Well, get some. Oh, they need some DBs. Cowboys need some
Right,
DBs.
but all you're pointing out is defense right now, which, I mean, that's...
Well, I say you got Kenny Clark and Quinn Williams. Goodness gracious, said everybody but him. Williams up front, like that's stout.
I was being a little sarcastic when I said they got 2 picks
No,
to try.
it's
Maybe
funny.
they can find. It's kind of like that scene from Family Guy where he's on a game show and they're like, "You can have a boat, or you can be behind door number 2, the mystery door." He's like, "Well, a boat's a boat. Well, but behind the mystery door could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Yeah,
I'll do that." Yeah, they just need a pass rusher. It's pretty amazing.
a lot of teams can say that. All we need is a
They
pass
have
rusher. Yeah,
one, but not everybody
all we
had
need is
the
a pass
best.
rusher. It's like, man, dude, if the Cowboys, because that offense last year was just, I love watching the Cowboys. But if they get
I'm gonna mark the. I'm gonna mark the.
Y'all
I'm gonna
two
mark
people
the tape.
over there. Oh my gosh.
I'm marking the tape on that one.
you know,
Love
hold on. You know, I was part-time Cowboys last because I had Dak on fantasy. Every day I was like, Taylor, hey, Dak, lighten it up. I'm telling you, he lighten it up. Fantasy-wise, listen, people, fantasy football, Dak was a good quarterback last year. I don't care what nobody says. He was definitely a good quarterback. Stats don't lie. He was Dak. If anybody gonna sling it, Dak was gonna sling it.
I do have a draft question that I would like to ask you guys. We've got a lot of NFL talk this morning already. I'd like to ask you guys other side of the break.
Yeah.
That tease.
It is a little tease. It's a little quarterback tease.
We'll answer Flint's question when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench. Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Wanna hate on us, be envious. I know why they hating on us, 'cause the style so fabulous. I'ma be real on us, nobody got nothing on us. Girls be all on us from London back down to the US. We rockin' this contagious monkey business.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Razor Cane studio. I want to remind you about our friends over at Central Plumbing. You can go to the website today, centralplumbing.org. When you go there, always remember, you can check out what they can do for you. Obviously, the 24/7, 365 weekend game day holiday number, 225-500-0774. But they can do more than that. They can remodel your bathroom at your home, at your business. They can come in and completely overhaul everything you've got going on. They can go tankless today with a tankless water heater, so you never run out of hot water again, no matter what time you get home. You still got to do, your dance or ball practice or whatever it is. You got laundry, you got to shower, you got to do the dishes. Well, you don't have to wait for the hot water because you always have the hot water when you go tankless. Centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org. One of the things that certainly was talked about and heard often was free agency at the NFL scouting combine. So I don't know if your question had to do with free agency or if it was with a draft.
Oh, it was draft question.
Okay. Floor is yours, sir.
Oh, you want me to go? Yeah, let's do this.
This mic's on?
Yeah.
Got a hot mic.
Radio show?
All right, so check this out.
Turn
I
my
was thinking
snare
about
up.
it. It's a question that I've been thinking about. Not this specific question, but it's a player I've been thinking about, which is Ty Simpson going into the draft. Of course, the Alabama quarterback. Largely projected to be the second quarterback taken off the board. I'm thinking about his draft position and where he's going to fall, where he's going to go. And they were talking about a little bit on the early morning show today, kind of got me thinking a little bit more about it. But do we think that Ty Simpson, the second quarterback that's projected to be taken in the draft, will fall outside of the first 15 picks this draft?
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't think any quarterback's going to be taken in top 15 outside of Mendoza.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think we'll go first round.
So there was a ESPN draft analyst that recently said that I think he said something like, I'd rather be picking 25 than 5 this year if I need a quarterback. But my thought is this: if you look at the free agents out there, you got Tua, Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins, Malik Willis, Geno Smith. Not the best crop of free agent quarterbacks ever.
Nope.
The best time to ever get a quarterback is certainly if you can take a gamble. If you're going to take a gamble on Kyler Murray, it's rumored that he's going to get at least $25 million. Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Has played terrible, right? Terrible is, he's played for the Cardinals, has not lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
Tua. All of these players are going to make a ton of money. If you can take somebody, I believe that there's a chance that somebody's going to move up and say, all right, I'm going to take, instead of taking a gamble on a Kyler Murray and paying him $25, $30, $35 million, whatever he's going to get, let me take somebody in 13, 14, 15, pay him $7 million. And if they work out, great. If not, fine. Kyler wasn't going to be the long-term answer anyway. This day and age, in 2026, with the importance of quarterback, and I get it, I think the Kenny Pickett draft, there was only one quarterback taken in the first draft.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks are going to get overdrafted, always. And remember, I think even Dan Orlovsky said this recently too. For the first 8 or 9 games of the season, Ty Simpson's tape was better than Fernando Mendoza's, or at least as good. So you can't unsee that. So what he has, I think people are going to overdraft him potentially and move up just because it is worth the risk to try to hit and miss on a quarterback where for 4 or 5 years you're only going to pay a quarterback $7 or $8 million. Now maybe he's not maybe it's like a luxury thing too. Maybe it's the Rams moving up and taking him because you know what, you're paying Stafford all this money, but Stafford's not going to be there in 2 years, and so you have this backup quarterback for, like I said, $7-8 million. You pay Stafford an ungodly amount. But in 2 years, you're going to have a lot of cap space to bring people around a new young quarterback. So I think it's interesting. And in this day and age in the draft, certainly quarterbacks are going to get overdrafted. I think there is a chance that somebody moves up. Maybe not anybody in the top 15 right now, but somebody moves up to take a flyer on somebody like Ty Simpson.
When you say move up, what do you think the ceiling of moving up? Like, what range are you talking about?
If 15 is right around that over under. If I was going to set a Vegas over under, that's where it would be. Certainly not top 10. Sir, I don't, definitely not 11, 12. So 13 through 18 probably.
I did see a mock draft earlier. I believe it was on ESPN.com that had the Cardinals trading back into the first round with the Houston Texans. So the Cardinals gave their second round and fourth round picks to move up back into the first round. Mm-hmm. Just like Ty Simpson at 28.
Look,
21 with the Steelers would be maybe the spot if they don't bring Rodgers back. Because you mentioned 14 and 15. That's Ravens and Bucks. Neither of them are taking a quarterback in round 1.
This might be controversial, too. If I'm the Texans, I'm doing everything I can to replace C.J. Stroud.
Why would you not?
Nobody thinks that either. Their GM certainly said it was moronic to think that we'd try to move on from him. The Texans just think about it. The Texans get to the Super Bowl. They don't win it. No one's going to beat the Seahawks except the Rams this year. The Texans get to the Super Bowl with Joe Flacco as their quarterback. Mm-hmm. With
any competent
how about this?
Quarterback.
With Tua.
To your point, Tua doesn't turn the ball over as much as C.J. Stroud did this past
Stroud,
year.
Do it in the dirt.
Turn the ball over.
I know people call him that, but I mean,
I know you're shaking your head. Watch
it.
the film of C.J. Stroud and see how elementary he played.
I'm just saying
Tua's not good, but at least he can be semi-accurate with the ball.
I'll tell. Okay, when we come back in hour number 2,
don't underestimate how good that
the defense
actually was.
When we come back in hour number 2, we can have the quarterback conversation, because if you need one, this is literally the worst year to need one.
Classic Jets.
The worst year to possibly need a quarterback that's going to change the math for your team. And we'll have that conversation when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, if you're in Louisiana and you want the best care possible, you already know the name Ochsner Health. From primary care to specialists, Ochsner has locations all across our state, making it easier than ever to get the care you and your family need. What I love is they not just focus on treating injuries, they're helping people stay healthy and perform at their best as well. They're also a partner of ours over at Elite Training Academy. And so when we were making that decision who we're going to partner with, it was a no-brainer to work with Ochsner, working with athletes right here in Louisiana. So if you need to schedule an appointment, find a specialist, or just learn more information, you can visit them at ochsner.org. That's ochsner.org, healthcare built for Louisiana.
That's right, Ochsner. We've got locations all over Louisiana, all over the Gulf South. So if you need primary care, sports injuries, heart care, orthopedics, women's, children's service, it doesn't matter. Ochsner has got you covered. Go check them out. Every patient, every day. Ochsner, ochsner.org.